You're so like lacking self-awareness. Like, you give such a lackluster performance and then you think you can make threats to people because you gave a lackluster performance. Pause. You don't have the right to tell me what I should like.
Any message for Cam and Mace? Y'all been going back and forth a lot over the last week.
They ain't got my respect.
There you go.
I ain't gonna leave him out. You know, I'm just real like this, you know, because, you know, be throwing rocks and hiding their hand, right? They be throwing rocks and hiding their hand. And I don't like them kind of individuals.
Jay Prince is still holding on to that smoke after Mase and Cam'ron dissed Shakur Stevenson. And now it looks like he actually tried to get them jumped. Yep, this just went from jokes to real life pressure. Let's rewind for a sec. Last year, Cam and Mase flamed Jay Prince on their podcast after he said he'd fade any of Shakur's opponents and bet the house as Shakur's manager. Cam and Mase didn't hold back. They torched Jay, clowning him for still trying to play street games when he's damn near senior citizen status. Back then, Jay Prince didn't respond. Everybody thought it was squashed. But nah, fast forward a whole year later and now Camron just got pressed backstage at a private event in Atlanta. Word is dudes pulled up on him and told him to keep Shakur's name out his mouth. At the same time, Shakur Stevenson jumped into the drama too. He dissed both Cam and Mace, saying Mace had a failed rap career and even went so far as to threaten to knock Cam out if it ever came to hands. So yeah, it's heating up all over again, and this time it might get ugly. So let's break down what really went down and how Cam and Mace responded after Jay Prince allegedly tried to get them ran up on.
Send to do nothing for us. We don't pay to handle our problems. You gotta put in your own work. You failed. You failed.
Here's how it started. Camron was in Atlanta 2 weekends ago, scheduled to be a guest commentator at a boxing meets hip-hop event. He was supposed to be part of a live segment for a new sports panel show. But according to insiders, Cam never made it to the mic. Word is, right before going on, Cam had a confrontation backstage with a group of men who weren't part of the event. Eyewitnesses say things got tense, voices were raised, and minutes later, Cam left the building altogether. Now here's where it gets juicy. Those same sources say those men were there on behalf of Jay Prince, and considering the timing, this might not be a coincidence. Jay Prince Jr. had just clapped back at Cam and Mace online for disrespecting his dad. So now fans are wondering, were the guys who ran up on Cam part of Junior's crew?
You be me up, right? Because try to glorify bull, like you try to glorify so, try to glorify that ain't that. It's flaw. We know when it's flaw when we deal with them in the streets. We know when it's flaw. Like we understand that they flaw. We don't capitalize off their flawness though, because we'll capitalize off real. We ain't gonna capitalize off no being flawed, weak as hell. We understand what a weak as hell. Then he a street, call himself a street. He could be a street, but he's still weak as hell. We don't capitalize and try to glorify this shit. Nah, we gonna sit and have conversations about as strong as us. We gonna have conversations about as weak as hell.
Now let's back it up even more. This whole beef started back in July 2024. After Cam and Mace went in on Shakur Stevenson. Shakur had just defended his WBC lightweight title against Artem Harutyunyan in Newark. But the fight was slow, super defensive, and honestly, boring. Even his hometown crowd was booing him. Cam and Mace didn't hold back. They called it like they saw it, said the fight had no energy, no edge, and Shakur was out there shadowboxing for points instead of putting on a show. And that's what lit the fuse. Jay Prince took offense. And now a year later, that same beef just might have turned physical. Cam and Mace weren't done throwing shots. They amped it up big time by trolling Shakur Stevenson in a way that had the whole internet talking. They straight up posted a video of themselves pretending to fall asleep while watching one of Shakur's fights. Yup, full on snoring, heads back, bored out of their minds. It was petty, savage, and hilarious.
Forward here, another body shot, good combination from Steven.
Hartunian is still strong. But you either got to create your offense off your jab, Tess.
All in favor of your winner by unanimous decision. and still WBC lightweight champion of the world, Shakur Stevenson.
Then on their podcast, they doubled down and dragged Shakur even more. Mace said Shakur needs to just accept the truth, that he's not entertaining enough to be a headliner, point blank. And Cam, he said the fight was so dull, people were leaving their seats to go grab coffee just to stay awake. They made it sound like watching paint dry would have been more exciting.
When you get in the ring, you're not entertaining. We don't want to keep hearing about the sweet science. We're looking for entertainment. We're paying bucks for entertainment. And you're not entertaining. But listen, if the fight was smoking, nobody had to walk out. You should not be the main event fighting like the undercard. Your fight was like the undercard. All the smoke was before you. So they need to rearrange how you're going. You're like a headliner that really need to be the opening act.
Of course, Shakur didn't just sit back and take it. He fired back hard. First, he reposted a clip of Mace saying he doesn't want to watch Shakur fight anymore and clapped back with, "Same way I feel about his rap career. More famous for his podcast than his failed career. Pack, the GOAT, who the F is Mase and Cam'ron." Then he went extra petty and brought up Mace's infamous switch from rap to religion, calling him a fake pastor and referencing all the drama Mace had with Diddy. Shakur said Mace was just another artist who survived Bad Boy, using that as ammo to question his whole credibility. But Shakur wasn't done. He straight up threatened both of them, writing, "Tell them watch the way they talk on that podcast, cause I ain't ducking no smoke. Lil Homie ready to go to war with all these soft dudes." Then he hit him with another jab, saying what really gets under his skin is when people who've never stepped in a ring talk like they know boxing. He posted, "You know what irks me? When a dude talk boxing but ain't never glove up. This fat mother effer Mace and Big Teeth and Camron need to shut the F up. They never stepped foot in a ring. We got all types of entertainers gloving up. Tell these dudes glove up or shut up." And if that wasn't enough, Shakur got a major cosign from none other than Terrence Crawford. Crawford reposted and tagged Shakur with, "F him. Lil bro, let them know how you feel. They letting you know how they feel." So now it's not just Shakur standing on business, it's champions backing him. Meanwhile, Cam wasn't letting that failed career comment fly without a clapback. He jumped on Instagram and reminded Shakur of real numbers. He wrote, "Failed rap career? Hey Shakur Stevenson, 3 months after you were born, Murder dropped his first album and sold 5 million copies. Went quadruple platinum before social media. Facts." Cam and Mace also posted another video trolling Shakur, showing fans leaving his fight early with the caption, "A little hometown love number. Newark, that is. Harlem would never." Total violation. But just when you thought it couldn't get messier, Jay Prince stepped in. That's when it went from words to real tension. Cam and Mace had called Shakur's title defense a snooze fest, and Jay wasn't having it. He hopped on IG and came out swinging. In defense of Shakur, Jay wrote, "I'm ready to fade all Shakur's shots and take all bets." He added, "Numbers don't lie. Haters do. Let the haters say he's boring and nobody wants to watch him. Sorry to tell you, it's just a select few of you haters. There's proof he's got the #1 ratings in any ESPN fight this year and the top 3 since 2022. Then Jay made it real clear, he's not just supporting from the sidelines. He said, "To all of you who want to take that hate outside the ring, I'm Shakur's manager. I handle all his business outside of the ring." And with that, the tension hit a whole new level. In other words, Jay Prince sent a loud message to Cam and Mace, "I'll fade all his shots and take all bets." But just a week later, Cam and Mace came back swinging, and this time, they aimed directly at Jay Prince. No more sidestepping. Mace didn't hold back. He clowned Jay Prince for being 60 years old and still trying to move like a street general. He basically said it's embarrassing watching someone his age act like they're still in the trenches. Straight disrespect.
Boring. You boring. Everybody's seen it. We ain't the only ones who've seen it. You boring. I thought I was rather polite about it. I thought it was cool. Tiafimo, you seen the fight? He said, "Hell no, why the f I watched that?" It went 12, right? Yeah, I knew it went 12. Tim Bradley, he's announcing the fight. He says, "I got my coffee ready." Round 3, he's like, about time to start drinking the coffee before I fall asleep. He ain't say to fall asleep.
Meanwhile, Camron took it even further. He told Jay Prince that he'd already lost respect for him a long time ago, way before any of this Shakur Stevenson drama. That's the kind of statement you don't just throw out unless you're ready for the smoke.
You're gonna take all his fades and take all his shots and you handle everything out the ring. All right. So then we talking to you then, all right? We starting with you. Since you the big homie, we starting with you. That's how it goes around here. I want to just start off by saying you are so lacking self-awareness. Like when you give such a lackluster performance and then you think you can make threats to people because you gave a lackluster performance, pause. You don't have the right to tell me what I should like or to tell Cam what he should like. That's not your place. Like, art is subjective, right? So if art is subjective and I don't like something, you can't really get mad at us because we don't like something. And I'm gonna tell you another thing. When you're dealing with older people, they're the last to know that things have changed. We not your little like the way you talking. I don't get what you mean. We're not your little like for real. All that big homie stuff, that's for little have big homies. We're not little. So we don't even respect big homies. I know Killer doesn't. And for me, I never respected in the streets. That's why I always got the problems I got. Tell me, Mace, chill. No, chill for what? Who is this? That's how I feel listening to this, man. Like, I want to respect you, but I can't. And I'm going to tell you why. Because if I got a Lord, like the dudes that raised me, if I was out of pocket, they would tell me I'm out of pocket. They wouldn't let me put them on a crash out mission. They would say, yo, Mace, listen. Mm-hmm. Around here, we don't send to do nothing for us. We don't pay to handle our problems. Mm-hmm. You got to put in your own work around here, Lord, man. That's what you were supposed to tell them. You can't go out here and talk crazy and then send me on a mission. Mm-hmm. Nah, this is where the game got messed up when young started sending old out. And just because this little ignorant got a few dollars, he make all of you that's supposed to be real run after his mission. Mm. This is a problem, Jay Prince. And I'm going to tell you like this. If you're 60 years old and you're trying to be a street, you failed. You failed. I'm telling you this. And I stand, my name is Mace. I stand by this message.
As for Shakur, he's still not letting up. He continued taking jabs at Cam and Mace, calling them old, washed up, and irrelevant.
Mace said it exactly. You 60, you 60. What are you talking about? What are you, bro? I lost mad respect for you because I used to have mad respect for you. When you had Shakur with you, when you line Young Boy NBA up, why the you got Shakur with you? And this is why he acting like that. This is exactly why he acting like that. Talking about you got Young Boy NBA umbrellas and his keys to his car. Young Boy NBA told y'all. This is what he said. This is not 1982, bro. You cannot sit here and tell get the strap and then be quiet. Nobody know that part because I just be going viral. You bugging, James, you bugging, man. And I'm gonna leave it at that. I don't know what bet you talking about, all that other slang then. Bet it, whatever bet you talking about, bet it. I don't know what's bet it.
Any message for Cam and Mace? Y'all been going back and forth a lot over the last week.
They ain't got my respect.
Then, during his appearance on The Breakfast Club, Shakur said he can't even take Mace and Cam seriously because they make a living off trolling. According to him, they're not real critics. They're just entertainers chasing reactions.
Did you hear what Mace said, though?
Who?
Mace.
Mace, what'd he say?
Mace, he had this to say. He said, I don't want to see Shakur fight. I'm going to be honest. No disrespect to Newark, but I don't want to see Shakur fight nobody for him.
Like I said with the other people, like, I can't really take some of these guys too serious because it's like, they make a living off of trolling people. Like, trolling is what they do on a regular basis. So even before, when I kind of reacted to them, I don't feel the same way now. Now it's like, okay, I understand the business aspect of it. So
now this whole feud's got the internet split. On one side, you've got folks riding with Jay Prince, saying he's the reason Shakur blew up the way he did. They're giving Prince major props for investing in Shakur early on and sticking by him. Some are even throwing out comparisons, saying Shakur might just be the next Floyd Mayweather. Even Joe Rogan jumped into the conversation and gave Shakur a cosign, saying, if anyone deserves to be called the next Floyd Mayweather, it's Shakur. That kind of praise doesn't come lightly.
The Shakur Stevenson fight, I didn't. Holy shit.
Holy shit.
Good?
He's good. He's on another level right now, man. He's on another level. I mean, he is so smooth. And his movement, his ability to, like, punches were coming at him, and he just lets them get right there.
Oh, yeah? Like
just right to there. They touch him, and then fires back. His accuracy, his technique, his efficiency.
Yeah, I gotta watch it.
Beautiful. We were watching it in between shows when I was in Colorado this weekend doing comedy, and we were watching in between shows, and I was like, God damn, he's good. He's so smooth. He's so efficient and technical. Like, everything was on point.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it for sure.
It was awesome.
Dude, what do you think?
They're fire. And it was just the smoothness. And a lot of people were saying it's like Floyd Mayweather-esque. And you could say that. You could say that. It was so, but it was, it's Stevenson-esque. It's just Stevenson coming into his prime and letting everybody know, because it's such a high-profile venue. I mean, he's at the MGM and he's fighting on ESPN.
But not everybody's buying it. A whole other crowd is saying that Jay Prince might actually hurt Shakur's future. They think his street image and controlling ways are doing more harm than good. Some fans believe Jay's influence is too aggressive and messy, and that his behind-the-scenes moves are borderline shady. They're worried that Shakur, who's got elite skills and major potential, might get dragged into drama he doesn't need. And now with all this tension building, people are wondering, is this about boxing or power? Either way, the lines are drawn, and this beef just keeps escalating. When it comes to Mase and Cam, fans are split right down the middle. On one side, people are calling them out, saying they're just two grown men gossiping like high schoolers to stay in the spotlight. One Reddit user didn't hold back, writing, "Being an adult is realizing that Cam and Mace criticizing Shakur Stevenson is hater energy in its fullest. They're about to be 50 soon. They just as cringe as Jay Prince." But on the flip side, Cam and Mace still got a loyal fan base, and those fans are giving them props for not backing down. They see it as two OGs who aren't scared to call out powerful people like Jay Prince, even when it could come with consequences. One fan said, "Jay Prince is a dangerous man, but I fully respect Mace and Cam for standing on business." Another comment that made waves, "I'm from the H, and I've always hated how dudes from here act so shook. They act like Jay Prince is the boogeyman or something. Glad someone finally said it." Because let's be honest, no matter how you feel about this whole situation, Mace and Cam have mastered the art of podcasting. People love hearing their takes. Whether they're joking around, calling folks out, or dragging celebs, they do it with that wild charisma and perfect back and forth that keeps fans locked in. They might be stirring the pot, but they're doing it in a way that's funny, bold, and very on brand. And even their biggest haters can't deny, they bring entertainment every single time.
I don't think we need to explain nothing. I don't like explaining myself. Whatever. It is what it is.
Only Eddie Hearn. This is the most traction guy, but emotional.
Yeah.
We pay-per-view. Secondly, real quick before
that might be a great idea.
No, it's a fantastic
Not just
idea.
promote it. We should be sitting there commentating when he fights.
Yes. Now they're gonna be mad at that. But we can promote it. We can be a promoter.
Yeah.
Listen, you never got this much traction. We could, dead serious, I know it's gonna be like, oh, think about it. You in Billboard, you ever been in Billboard? You in Billboard. You on TMZ.
You made it.
You made it. You made it. You made it. You're welcome.
You made it.
You never been on TMZ outside of boxing. You never been in This is Billboard. We Billboard. We brought you along. We should I know you're gonna be like, oh, troll. Nah, I'm serious.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you on the next one.